Today we're going to talk about the 3 key things that you need to keep in mind when you're doing berimbolo and defending berimbolo, the things that make them work. The berimbolo can be a very complicated position to understand when you're first getting started in Jiu-Jitsu. It's something that we see gi and no gi, but it gets more complicated when we talk about grips with the gi, pant grips, collar grips, belt grips, plus inversions and the positions that you end up in, and resistance with your partner. Today we're going to talk about the 3 key things that you need to keep in mind when you're doing berimbolo and defending berimbolo, the things that make them work. Okay, let's start at the beginning. So we have our partner going to work berimbolo here. A couple of things they need to have happen. One is they need this delihivo hook, this outside hook, however we get here, whether I was standing or we started seated. He needs this knee turned inwards like this. When the knee turns in, and he's doing that with his knee on top of my leg here, when he turns his this knee this way, now there's back exposure and there's plenty of space to roll into here, okay? The way he gets this knee turned is by hooking and straightening. He has an anchor with this foot, and this knee is putting pressure behind my calf and my shin here to turn this way. So this is what's needed to do it. If we were defending it, we'll talk about, let's just kind of focus on defending it now. If we want to defend it, we need to do the opposite. So we can't allow our knee to turn down, we need to turn our knee out. So if I'm defending berimbolo, my partner is starting to set it up, the first thing we'll do is not allow our knee to turn in. So as the foot goes in, I'm going to turn my knee out. That's going to weaken the grip. The next thing is we're going to take care of this foot forming a strong contour. So we're going to take our hand here, we're just going to cover our partner's toes. All right, you're going to use your V grip like this, cover the toes, and just push the foot down towards the mat. This will feel a little bit like a toe hold for your partner. What it will do is allow you to start to clear your hip. So even if he does go to do the roll from here, he finds that he doesn't have this anchor and it's very difficult to invert. Now from here, we can take our foot, we can clear our partner's leg out like this, and we can come back into a position where we're defending again. Alternatively, if we feel like we're able to clear this and take our knee up, we can take our foot and post it on the inside and now square our body back up and begin to defend. So what your partner needs at the outset is your knee turned in and this hook. What we're doing is turning our knee to the outside and removing this hook, okay, and pummeling through. That's part 1. Part 2. Once our partner establishes this grip, the next thing they're looking to do is draw their body in. We're looking at an inverted situation here where our partner is here. Just rotate slightly. And you'll see that when he lands here, he has 2 legs working. One behind our leg, that's this one, the top leg, and one in front of our leg, that's his bottom one. This leg is back heeling. It's pulling and connecting so that he has a good trap on my leg. This bottom leg is pushing, and this knee serves as a wedge to wedge your hip. So we have 2 legs to manage. One way of dealing with this is to clear out the top leg. We can use our hand, or we can take our second leg and push in order to be able to clear off this leg. And now from here, we can start to invert our other leg and begin to clear our partner's leg through. We have options of taking our partner's back. So first things first, we address our partner's top leg. We can also address this bottom leg, the wedge that's happening. We can take a hand through and we can clear our partner's knee off. If our partner goes to shoot their body all the way across here, we can post and invert our knee and start to bring our legs into different positions like this. If we feel like we can't use our hand here in front of our partner's knee, we can simply use our foot, clear this leg off, and then invert our knee to put it in front of our partner's knee. Okay, both of these methods clear out our partner's bottom leg. So you have your partner's top leg, clear it off, or you have your partner's bottom leg, clear out the wedge so that it can't push against your hip. So this is part 2. Okay, part 3 happens once your partner ends up taking your back and exposing it, not taking it, but just exposing it. So now we have a situation where our hips are floating on top of our partner's hips. They have the ability to maneuver our hips and turn our back so that they can start to work their way around the corner. So when we see this happening, ideally what we would do would be to take our hands and push and elongate our body.
When we do this, we take our hips off of our partner's hips and kind of drive our hips down like this. When he goes to now take our back and expose our back, it's much harder because our back is on the floor. From here, we can start to look to address grips. Sometimes you can come up on top. Other times, you'll simply concede the bottom position because you're too far gone, but you'll have a chance to replace and recover your guard so your back isn't. Another good option here, especially if we feel like our partner has really gotten our body exposed and our back is here and we feel like we're about to get our back taken, instead of trying to push our back to the mat here, which ends up giving us chest to back position, gives our partner chest to back. Instead of doing this, as we feel the hook going in, we're going to rotate and try to turn to face our partner. Now you'll notice here this concedes the bottom, so it is a sweep. However, we have a chance now to face our partner either in an open guard or a half guard. So we have 3 stages. One is the initial hook and the control of our leg, which we can fight. The second is when our partner has the inversion and we are looking to clear off their legs and regain control of our own leg. And the third is after our back is exposed. So this is kind of, we'll do a very quick version of a recap, a summary. So 1, your partner wants your knee turned this way, so if possible, push this knee down, take your knee up. An alternative is for you to take your hand inside, clear your partner's hook off, square up, and then come back into a neutral position or start to attack on your own. 2, your partner hits the inversion, and now you're here. We can fight our partner's top leg, looking to take our knee to the inside and reclaiming attacks. Or we can find a way to clear our partner's knee out of our hip and look to get in positions where, once again, we can start to adjust, and sometimes we can come out into our own forms of attack. Third situation, our partner gets to our back. There's back exposure, and we feel like the end is not. When we're here, we don't want to bring our body aligned with our partner. We can put our back on the floor and create space. Sometimes this is possible. Or if it's not possible and you feel like your back is being taken here, over-rotate, put your back on the floor, face your partner, and then from here, you have the ability to start to play your guard once again. So although Berimbolo is a little bit of a challenging topic, can be in any case, it's certainly complex in terms of grips, and sometimes it's difficult to find your bearings when you're inverted or when a partner gets the best of you and you find yourself being rotated. These are 3 places that you can start to look to defend. And if you're looking to attack, you can also understand what you're trying to do from that position, okay? Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.